Hi, everybody. Hi. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. I'm going to wait for people to start coming in, and I'm just going to shuffle the decks and warm them up a little bit. But it's really wonderful to see everyone. What has everyone been doing? Hi, Eureka. Hi. How are you, sweetheart? What a wonderful thing to see you. Aloha. It's really great to see you, sweetheart. How was your hike today? Was that fun? You looked really beautiful. Do you want to see my friend? This is my friend. Okay? I don't know what to call him. You know? Isn't he cute? He is so cute. Look at him. He's got cute legs. And you can, like when he's sitting down, you can cross them, you know, like this. He is really cute. And I talk to him, okay? It's really bizarre, I know, but I do. I talk to him. But I love him. It's adorable. He is. He's amazing. He's cute. Okay? I like him. He'll look good next to my miniature tree. He really will. We will call him the guardian of the tree and hope that he keeps the cats from knocking it over. He is adorable. He is adorable. So what I thought I would do just between us is I've got the Starseed deck and I've got the light deck. And I thought maybe I would just start pulling cards and see what they have to say. And people, you know, I'll just keep pulling them until people have a question and see how that works. He is cute. You may want to go caps, Joe, so I can see questions, and if you could. So I see it and differentiate from questions and that type of thing. I'd appreciate it. It is a big job keeping the cats. Hi, that's fantastic. That works for me. It works for me. I had one of those days where I had to read a lot. So on those days, boy, the eyes do take a beating, don't they? How is everyone? It's nice to see you. Welcome with us. It's the beginning of December. There's so much going on that I thought we would do kind of like a collective night and just start reading people's questions and look at what Spirit felt and, you know, what they have to share with us. And do with the Starseed gate, because everything that's happening right now, to, you know, with the planets and everything, that we would do that and use the light deck at the same time. So that'll be kind of fun, and we can just communicate and see what they want us to know. Hi, Luna. Nice to see you, sweetheart. How my love's doing? It's wonderful to see everyone. So this deck, okay, this is the Starseed deck, okay, and I'll kind of show you the back. Some they're really pretty, and it's kind of like an oracle deck, all right. So it's really great for 5 and 6 card readings, okay, and they're all these beautiful pastels. Let me show you here. This is a really fantastic deck. Look at this. Let me see if I can show you here. Aren't they pretty? They're just really nice cards, and they give us affirmations and information, you know, kind of almost like an astrological, but at the same time it's a starseed deck, so it gets people in touch with, you know, if they were a first wave or a second wave or a third wave, gets them in touch, you know, with their, look at that. It's really beautiful. Okay, and then we have the light deck, okay, and this has a lot of the rays, the 7 rays in it, and it does help us with chakras as well. And if anyone has a chakra problem, we can go ahead and do those, because I've got the chakra stones right here. All right. So we can start off with asking anyone, is there anything that anyone needs to know? They are beautiful. I love the watercolors myself. They kind of remind me of Monet. You know, they got that beautiful, surreal, but radiant. They're very radiant. They're very lovely. See, let me just show you some of these. I'll also show them during readings. These are wonderful. When you're really talking, you're alone, you're talking with spirit. These are really fantastic. I know, me too. Me too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start. And I'm going to do a collective, you know, what's going on right now, because it's the first of the month. And so we're going to start with each element, you know, like the fire signs in the zodiac. We're going to kind of look at, first we'll do it for fire, and then water, earth, in air, and we'll kind of do it that way. If everyone's okay with that, does everyone like that? Brilliant. Okay, so first we're going to go with the fire signs, and you know that's basically, you've got Leo, Aries, and Capricorn, okay? And they're basically, excuse me, that was Gemini, okay? The fire signs are extraordinarily powerful. They're, let's do this. Oh, I'm losing rings. Let's take them off. Spirit don't want them there. So let's look at the fire signs, which, excuse me, is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, so I was taught that we don't do it gambler way, you know, they go, you know. I was always taught that that was smacking the cards around. Almost everyone does it that way, though, so. Okay. So we're going to do the fire signs, okay? Once again, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, one of the things about the fire signs, okay? They see the big picture, okay? They understand intrinsically, okay, that they think big, okay? They're the leaders, the innovative ones. They are always moving forward. So they're seeing the, they have Palladian energy, but That is what we're getting right now. There, right now, it's, I mean, let's talk about the vaccine. And if these are the big thinkers, okay? They're the, hi, John. They're the ones that are out there, that are out there putting themselves on the line, okay? They're inventors. They are leaders. They push beyond what most of us are really uncomfortable sometimes with, okay? I'm an Aries, and I'm an Aries with a Cancer ascending and a Cancer moon, which is kind of like a lot of water, okay? But this is, they're leaders, okay? They're evangelists, they're prophets, they pull people. It's like the Pied Piper, okay? That is them, and so they see the big picture. They see beyond the here and now and what's going on on this planetary realm. Like a lot of us, we get caught up in the everyday, whatever's going on. Okay, it's really difficult when we have to go and get the groceries, go get the kids, you know, make sure all the bills are paid, you know, clean the house and all these things. And we get caught up in that. Okay, our fire signs have a tendency to see beyond that. Okay, a lot of times they'll be a little bit messy. Okay, they don't see the importance of always, you know, having everything. They're not like our Virgos. Okay, the Virgo is always, which is the earth sign, is always wanting to make sure everything is just where it belongs. All right, the earth signs are almost tedious in their OCD. Okay, but the Aries, a lot of times, you know, Aries, Leo, they just want to go out there and they see beyond the big picture. They want to get down to their soul work, to their spirituality. They're listening really close to people. They're manifesting, okay? And so you see a lot of in mind, that is them. Child of the Cosmos. Okay, we got Child of the Cosmos, and then a beautiful card. Okay, and it's the intelligence of the universe. Okay, that's what helps them manifest. Okay, their mind is always moving beyond the stuff, the everyday mundane. They see beyond. Just you know, what is our real purpose here? You know, how do we ascend? They don't mind talking. They don't mind sitting there with people for hours and talking about philosophy. Okay, and they're highly intelligent, focused individuals. Okay, so here we have Portal, and it's really a lovely card as well. Okay. And it lets us know right now doors are opening. December is huge for that. But on the 21st, we have an alignment. Saturn and Jupiter will be aligned so close that that they will look like the Star of Bethlehem. They will look at this as Christ energy, okay? And portals will be opened. And this has been going on for years. It started back in the early 2000s, okay? And the portal would be open, and Earth will upgrade. You know, it's the first time a planet has ascended and moved into another dimension, okay? And here that is, okay? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now we're going to read our air signs. Really love these cards. I got them recently, and usually I read the Thoth deck. Almost, you know, that is my go-to card. And so we're going to talk about the Aquarians, okay, the Light Bear. We're going to talk about Libra and Gemini, okay? And we're going to see, you know, as a collective, where they're heading, what they see, okay, in their future, especially in December. Okay, December is a really big, it's a really big month for all of us light workers and star seeds. Oops, that couldn't be possible. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. this is really nice. So I don't know how many air signs, but air signs have a way of going back to mother. Okay, and basically I've been doing this a lot. I've kind of changed the way I'm eating, and basically I've had really vivid dreams lately, and I don't know if it's because of that, and you know, because you eat lighter, and you know, I've been eating vegan, so I don't know if that has raised my frequency or not, but when your frequency raises, you know, you have lucid dreams. You're so in touch, right? You know, with God. God is the divine. And I'm telling you, boy, my dreams have been, you know, out there, you know. And every night before I go to bed, there is a meditation that I do that is for global healing, okay, in the violet light. I am the violet light, the being that God desires. And I do this every night, okay? And I've been asking, I need more information. I need more information as I sleep. And boy, I'm telling you, I have been having very vivid dreams, lucid dreaming. I'm able to control and to ask questions within them. But this is the inner earth. And your air signs, a lot of them, you know, a lot of air signs love spelunking. They love to go into caves. They love to go into earth, okay? They find a way of communicating, getting into that third eye and crown chakra, and they find that a really way to hear the heartbeat of earth, and hear the heartbeat of God. And you know, air signs very much about communication, okay? And so this makes sense. Does that resonate with anyone? Okay, isn't that a lovely card? Okay. Air signs right now are able to get in touch with their star families. They are recognizing each other, you know, and they're in their head a lot right now. Okay, I imagine it's very difficult for a lot of people because they believe that the air signs, you know, are pulling back, but they're really not. They're listening. Okay, they're hearing the voice of spirit. You know, it's more of a connecting than it is a pulling back. And if you start speaking with an air sign right now about philosophy or the reasons why we're here, or you know, life after death, or any of those things, an air sign is just going to go and talk. Okay, but the mundane, they're not interested in it right now. They're more interested in what is going on, and will, you know, who's ascending, who's not, and how to help others ascend by putting forth the good word, you know, talking, letting everyone know, raise your frequency, love each other, you know, stand by each other, you know, look past triggers, because a lot of things will trigger us. Look past your triggers and get to where you're just, basically triggers are trauma. They're past trauma. And when you can get past looking, you know, at what is said to you, and realize that what is going on inside that trigger is you. They didn't trigger you. You triggered you. And like I said, that is usually a past trauma that we all need to go in and do some healing. Okay? But this is Star Family, and right now they are reaching out. The air signs, they're our talkers. You know, they're the ones that write beautiful words, speak beautiful words, okay, and get in, you know, they're able to reach out, and words are really important right now. Yes, spirit is important as well, but being able to speak to others in a way that pulls them in and doesn't push them away, okay. This is intelligent conversation that is loving, embracing, and does its best to and I don't want to say coddling. We don't need coddling right now. Coddling is not going to help people ascend. They need truth. Okay? But air signs have a way of doing that isn't abrasive. Okay? And it's really important because they are thinking so much and they're downloading so much that they could actually, on the flip side of this card, they, you know, family sees us at our best and our worst. Okay? Hello. Okay, this it goes right along. This is called baby steps. Okay, this goes, and once again, we have an underworld. We have the inner earth. Okay, and it's this beautiful scene of being in a world that's within earth, you know. And baby steps is saying, you know, don't going at your traumas and the thing. You don't, to do that could really harm someone, you know, psychologically. Go at it in a way that gives people, you know, baby steps means dealing with one thing at a time. Okay? And sometimes we're observers. You know, you get the flashes, you remember things, and that helps you through meditation. You see, you know, that's when you hear best, is in meditation. You're able to go within and to see what those triggers about. Why are we being triggered? Okay? Why are we being so dramatic? Why are we expecting too much of other people and not enough of ourselves? Where is that coming from? Hi, Kathy. But that is what is going on with our air signs, okay? And we are going to shuffle them in just in case Spirit wants to use that particular card again. Hello. Pets. How cute. So let's look at our water signs. We have Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay, so let's take a peek at them and see what, you know. We have quite a few Cancers here, so let's take a look and see what the collective needs to be working on. Because as a collective, we're going through a lot right now, aren't we? Boy, I tell you, 2020 has been wild. It has been. Okay. Wow. You know, I really agree with this. This is called Star Keeper, and I really agree with this. You know, their cosmic ancestors see the light by staying grounded. You know, our Cancer people, they feel everything. Okay, their emotions are right there on the edge, and we have a friend we call Water Lily, because everything touches her. There's so much empathy there. Okay, but you know, it's very hard for a Cancer, because what are they? They're water and moon sign, and having, you know, like we have a friend here that everything's in Cancer, poor baby. Everything's a water sign. So they have to find a way to ground themselves, or they wouldn't be able to operate. Their empathy would be so strong that everything they would just go within, because everything would be affecting them. Okay, they have to learn how to use their shields. So staying grounded. Okay, and see, it's a lovely card. Stay grounded, put your shields up, and be intelligent, spiritually intelligent. Okay, which is a lot different than education. Spiritual intelligence says, I need to be doing this now. I need to be dealing and helping this person now. Or I need to be helping this spirit pass on. I need to be putting out the light and telling someone to go toward the light. Okay? And then there are times that you just have to close down, because sometimes people aren't on the same path. They're, you know, like I've said many times, you know, we're all headed towards the top of the mountain. But here's the thing about the top of that mountain, okay? There are so many different paths and so many people on different, you know, that passage is rocky. One is easier. One person has decided to traverse the path that is more difficult. And everyone is going through something in their growth, in their path, okay? And staying away, sometimes we have to sever sever that relationship. If we have nothing to learn from it, I believe Spirit tells us, and we're able to move past it. We're able to move past whatever, it's a circumstance, it's a place, it's a person, whatever it is. We have to have the ability to not drown in other people's emotions, because sometimes people like to feed. Okay, and so that is what this is telling my Cancer people. Okay, my Cancer people, stay strong, stay centered. All right, there's a lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of illness and a lot of trouble, people needing jobs. There's a lot of energy out there, and you could really become inert with so much. So grounded and shields. Okay, all right, so force, don't follow. How interesting. So this is force, don't follow, pave the new path. And we were just talking about paths, weren't we? Okay, and be the leader you wish you had. To me, that really feels following another way, because you have to get in touch with people. You have to find a way of communication. And so many times we talk about listening with the heart and not the ears, because sometimes things are said and you hear it, and it just really hits hard, and it can cause emotions. And sometimes when people are going through things, they really don't have a control of what they're saying. Okay, but you don't have to follow these. You don't have to follow people. You don't have to stay close to them. You can remove yourself from a room, remove yourself from a situation, and keep yourself settled. Okay, your vibrance, you're a vibrant soul. Okay, and your frequency has got to stay high, especially right now when all of us are working towards ascension. Okay, but this says pave a new path. Okay, you see people like this, when they come against an obstacle, what do? Something's in their way, they go around it, or they climb over it. Okay, and that's basically what I'm seeing here. Okay, the 7 star sisters. Okay, there's a lot of 7, 7 days a week, 7. I mean, 7 deadly sins. We have heard. Okay, we have heard. 7 is a very spiritual sign, and it's a spiritual number in numerology. Okay, so I was in a Zoom conference the other day, and they were talking about birthing creations and who we had been before we came here to learn. Okay, and I was really fascinated, because they were talking about before we came here to this 3D world, which is really difficult, and the ones that have come here, we decided we wanted to do it the hard way. We wanted to learn a lot in a lifetime. But before we came here, we were light beings, and we were learning. We could create. We could create oceans. We could create planets. We could create galaxies. And we were, like it says in the Bible. Let us create them in our image. Okay, and that's what we did. We were creators. So here in this world right now, we, people that are under the water signs, that's what Spirit wants them to do. Okay, be within your element, stay grounded, create ways of communicating and helping others, whether they're transcending or passing on, or people that are earthbound, people that aren't able to adjust well to the ascension, and be there for them. Create ways to help them rebirth. Okay, make a tapestry of expression. That's really beautiful. That is really beautiful. Now we're going to do a look at our earth signs. Okay. Wow. That's really beautiful. Okay, deep cellular healing. Okay, deep cellular healing. It's really interesting because I've been in, you know, like I said, I've been in several conferences and they're talking about how the earth is going to be upgrading. Okay, they're saying that it could even move into another dimension. All right, which, you know, in a lot of ways we don't know what's going to happen. You know, they say that every 6,000 years there is a huge event, okay, that affects all life on planet Earth. But we know that she needs to heal. We know that Earth being is a true being and needs to heal. I was given a video recently that is on Netflix, okay? And this movie talked about how basically if we did, you know, hit one hamburger, think about this, one hamburger takes 660 gallons of water, okay? Because of how many people are eating and you know, but when I thought of that, it was talking about the farming and cattle and it was so intense, and that is what this reminds me of, a deep cellular healing. And I believe that this is what the earth is doing right now. Okay, she's in the throes of rebirthing herself. All right. Okay, interesting enough, we have Well and Orca Elders. Okay, this is the card we have here. All right, how does this help us as a collective? What does this say? Okay, we know that the first sound thing out there that created the earth, okay, the substance or what created the earth was sound. Okay, and they learned that communication between star seeds from other planets and everything comes in the sound. Okay, and it can be all different types of, it's a language. Okay, they have found that sound, sonic sound, can heal, you know, and it can, they're looking at sound, using sound to cure cancer. Okay, to actually get rid of tumors and to hit it on a cellular level with sound. So that's really, really interesting to me, you know. It's a really lovely card. Can everyone see? Okay, we have the blue flame, which means activation. It's also about, you know, being able to speak. I believe this actually integrates with the air sign. It is about integration and spontaneous awakening, you know, which is what they're talking about happening here in just, you know, a couple of weeks. All right. So that's what we need to be aware of. The blue flame. Okay, activation, transformation, okay, ascension, through sound, okay, listen for sound, communication, and deep cellular healing that the earth is going through. Does anyone have a question? We've gone through our signs and we have done a three card spread for each sign. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, it did. That's exactly, Joe. Sound took down the walls of Jericho. There's a beautiful story about it. There's actually a book about it. It's very fascinating. But they, according to the legend, there was one woman who was in contact with with Israel, okay, and she said, please spare us, and they said, put a scarf outside your window. And to this day, that is the only part of the wall of Jericho that stands. So that's a fascinating story. Does anyone have anything to ask? Anyone want their cards read? Yes, it does. You know that story. Have you read the story, Joe? Because it's a really beautiful story. How much they actually put themselves in danger, you know, to help the people. This was during the Exodus. Sure. Is there a particular question that you have, Joe? Joe Seal? Yes, it is. It is amazing. Is there a question, Josil? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to use 2 decks. All right. There you are. Okay. Well, right off, I can tell you were a scribe. Okay. The Queen of Keys in reverse. What I'm really getting a feeling here of that this was, you were a scribe in a monastery. I feel that you were male. But there was something, you know, kind of reminded of, there was a turbulence. There was fighting between, okay, I'm really feeling that there was a fighting between the Jews and the Pharisees, and that you were in the middle of that somehow. You were away from your family. You were actually locked away from your family because as a scribe you knew too much. Okay, that information was coming from, wow. Okay, I'm getting two different things. I'm getting King James, and yet I'm getting, oh, girl, a scribe during the time of King James. King James is the one, the King James version of the Bible. Hi, Mazzy. Oh, I was so confused. The Queen of Keys, Scotland. Mary Queen of Scots. It's Mary Queen of Scots. Okay? The scribe. Right here. Clearing the way. Okay? Clearing the way. This is biblical. This is biblical. Okay? You weren't allowed away. You weren't allowed away. Here's the bird's nest. You were not able to leave the nest. He did not want anyone to know what was going on. He didn't want anyone to know what was going to be put in or taken out. He was changing it all. There's a scribe. Mary Queen of Scots in reverse. We know that she was going through a difficult time. The journey. She was on a journey at this time. Okay? Clearing the way. Wow. Clearing the way, the treasure. Okay, I want to... Come on. I need clarification. There we go. Mother. Okay. Mary Queen of Scots was Catholic. Okay. King James was Protestant. And there was always fighting between these two finances. Okay. Mother in reverse. Once again, we have something. Somehow you had been close to Mary, Queen of Scots. I don't know how, but as a scribe, okay, maybe you were writing her letters. We really need to get more information. Maybe you were writing her letters, but you also were in touch with King James, okay? Trust and faith. Yeah, look, angel, okay? This is biblical. I feel that you are a male. The treasure and finances. The treasures and finances. If they were hoarding something, money, and I feel like they were hoarding something, and that could have been the scriptures, okay? Then that would explain why you were watched very closely, guarded in a journey. And the journey is definitely Mary, Queen of Scots. So why? Let me... Orphan. Okay, here's an orphan card. I don't know if this is telling me that you were an orphan at that, and that you were raised in the Protestant church, but there's something that is telling me that Mary Queen of Scots is somehow involved. And we do know that King James was part of having his mother murdered. Really trying to see. Wow. Things that are happening to you now are tied to the past. Okay, and it's a health thing. In the past, as you were born with some kind of, you were disabled in some way, you had a challenge. Okay, and this challenge kept you from, that's the reason you became a scribe. You couldn't work in the fields, you couldn't do heavy labor, so you became a scholar. You were sent away. You traveled to, I believe you traveled to Rome, and you were, oh, that's Catholic, that's Catholicism. Mary Queen of Scots was Catholic. What I'm seeing here is that in some way there's a tie to Mary Queen of Scots, okay? And you were fond of her. It was love, okay? But you were a scribe, and you were hired to be one of the scribes that was, around the time of King James. Do you feel any of that, Josil? That's kind of... Josil, does that make any sense to you? Are you hearing anything? Are you feeling anything? Does anything, is Spirit speaking to you about this at all? Definitely were a scribe. All of it is serving a purpose. Everything that we do has something to do with our ascension and moving forward. You've always had a purpose, dear. We need to actually sit down and do a deeper reading that would really take a lot of time. Okay, if whenever you would feel that is a good idea. Oh, yeah. Yes, I've done that several times. I was hypnotized several times for past life regression. It is interesting. Yeah, it is interesting, okay? The first time I did it, I went to basically, first time I was hypnotized, it was about weight loss, to be honest. And after that, it was very easy to hypnotize me. And I had a friend that was capable of doing that really well. Yes, I'm interested about this as well because, I'm interested in that period of time. Okay, Mazzy. Do you want a Celtic cross reading or a 3-card spread and a chakra? How would you like to have it done, dear? just get a hold of me, Josil, and if there's a time that's good for you, we can sit and talk, and we can do it on Zoom or something. That's how I've been doing it recently. So Mazzy, do you want to do a Celtic cross or Celtic cross? Sure. Hmm. And since the question is about ascension, I'm going to use the light cards. I tell you. Well, I think you're going to like this. What covers you is, oops, what covers you is whispers, okay? It's like you're hearing something. Something's calling to you, okay? Here's a soul tree, all right? And remember what we have discussed before in lessons. We have discussed that that our soul is like the tree of life. As above, so below. As within, so without. So the universe, so the soul, right? So the tree of life is like, let's say that we had a tree in the yard, okay? We go out into our lawn and we have a tree and it loses a branch, okay? Well, what happens is that the roots on that side withdraw, okay? And in time, the tree becomes unstable. The root system becomes unstable as branches, and it falls over, okay? Or it breaks badly, okay? Branches snap. Okay, we are as a tree. Okay, a tree is very iconic of the life of a human. And if we believe that our ascended soul is sending out facets or splinters of itself so it can learn in the 3D world, then we know that the branches have to be trimmed. That's the reason it's done in November. That's the reason it happens in real life with arborists. Okay, and the same is true within our life. Okay, in our soul. You know that we have to weed the garden. Okay, we have to make sure that our root, our foundation is strong. Okay, and the only way to do that is to prune back things that don't serve us. Okay, and that is the soul tree. Okay. You are the universe. So what it's telling me is that at this time you're actually doing that. You're working on your your ascension in the tree of your life. And you are the universe. It's telling you right now, it's telling you that that you are a part of everything, the collective. Hi, Pauline. This is the tree of life, Pauline. This here is whispers, and that is what covers. Right now, where you're at, isn't this a beautiful card? Right now, where you're at, it is telling me that you need to work on your visualization. Put yourself out there and take the time, because you're very busy, perhaps. This is what it tells you need to be centering on now. Ask your soul. Meditation. Visualize. Okay? Create space. Remember when I was just saying that you felt like you've been too busy? This is telling you in the future that you must create space. You want to know how to ascend, and you have to have a place where you hear God. Okay, this is you. This is remembrance. Okay? It's telling you to remember who you are and what you are. Okay? You create this space, and once you create this sacred space, all right, or find a sacred space, you will start remembering. You will start remembering your ascended soul. Others around you are very pro. They want you to be able to do this. They want you. This card is called Let Your Light Shine. So right here, okay, others around you are very supportive. They want you to succeed. Well, this is beautiful. You've got the divine feminine. Love yourself. Realize who you are. Realize who you are. This is crown chakra work. This is beautiful. Understand that there is only one light, that we are all a collective, and that all of us here are in support of each other, and no one is left behind. Okay? No one is left behind. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to use this card to check the crown chakra. It's the pendulum. You're open to influence. I would suggest that you take care of your shields, because you are very open right now. And understand that lower astral entities can they're still there. They can still thrive. And you don't want to be harassed by them. Wow. I can feel your energy really strong right now. You have a tendency to pull back. Okay, you have a tendency in your crown chakra. You get to your third eye and things start to happen and it gets really intuitive and you're pulling back. Yes, You're pulling back because at first you're really open, and then you start thinking and you start over analyzing it, and then it closes, and then it comes practically to a stop, and it blocks. Understand that when you doubt yourself, that's how blockage happens in any of the chakras. When you doubt yourself, or you've been angry, or you're having you're triggered by something, or past trauma, all of these things will close you and keep your third eye from operating and being activated. Okay? Do you have another question? Pauline says that she does a lot of charity work, and she's looking for a home. It is. This deck really has amazing energy, and it's you can just feel it. You know, it resonates, and spirit seems to come through. If you want direct answers, where you know it's pretty much what it says. Okay, it's going to give you straightforward answers. I would advise getting this deck. Okay. This is the deck. Okay, and it's called The Secret Language of Light. It comes with a really lovely book. It comes with a book, so that can help you along with your journey. Okay, but this is a really it's a very spiritual. You know, it's getting to, this one is really good for just questions about the soul, questions that you want to know about ascension. This is a divine deck, okay? Where, you know, if we're going to use self or that type of thing, that's really fantastic for just questions, whether that be a relationship or a career. I mean, believe me, the thought deck will do all of those things. But the thought deck is harder to read, more difficult to read, okay? These are really beautiful. I would advise anyone that's interested in cards to pick up this deck. You can get it on Amazon. Soul love. Love yourself. Expansion. And Pauline, she wants to, you're very welcome, Mazzy. You're very welcome. It's wonderful to see you again. Pauline, what deck would you like me to read for you, for, you know, wanting to know about finding a house, a home? Do we still have Pauline? Absolutely. Has anyone else noticed how cold it's been lately? Boy, it's been chilly. Okay, no problem. Let's see. Okay, what covers you is create space, which, you know, you have, that is that obviously is about your home. So create space is looking for the home. And I have divine masculine. I don't know if the housing is something where someone has lost work, or there's a problem with finances, finding housing. Here's the divine masculine. I would say that there is, in some way, someone has lost a job, or there's something that stands in the way of finding your space. Color. This card is talking about the root chakra. There's a feeling of no security, or the foundation is rocked. There's a problem with that inner place, that the cornerstone of home. Oh, okay, because that's what I'm getting, you know, that usually when it's jobs, that is, you know, within us, we all have yin and yang, and that's, you know, when it comes to work, it usually comes across as the divine masculine. There's been a feeling of, you know, that we need to do this, and we need to do this soon. Like there's maybe your house, you've been in a house that it was sold, or you're having to move forward, and it's, you know, right now is a really difficult time with everything that's happening with 2020. Okay. But what I'm seeing here is that's in reverse. So it's going to be tough, and it has been tough in the past trying to find something and to bid. Okay. It is telling you to start visualizing what you want. What you see is what you will manifest, okay? And you need to be doing that, because if you don't, you know, you have to let spirit, you have to let the universe know what you want. So it basically, everything that we have and everything we do, we thought of it first, and then it manifests for us. If you're not letting spirit know what you want, that could be, you know, a reason why things are on a hiatus. Alignment. We have you are the universe and alignment. It is telling me that soon things will come into alignment, and you will be able to have what you need. That is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that in the future, you know, and in the near future. Okay, because if you look at this and it says alignment, things are aligning up for you. Okay, it's steadfast. Okay, keep visualizing what you want and help it manifest. You're going to have to, feel gratitude for where you're at, because if we don't feel gratitude, people who are always saying, how horrible things are, they universe doesn't listen. We have to be thankful for what we've got. Okay, but it does seem to be aligning, and be patient. Okay, nurture and nourish yourself. Okay, I am seeing that things will go forward. You will be able to get this house. The spirit is going to be with you. Listen to your spirit guides. Okay, right now with the conditions within the earth right now, I'm going to pull another couple more cards. With everything that's going on, the housing, it's very difficult. People aren't moving. People are trying to hunker down. And it's very hard for people to leave their homes, and it might cause a hiatus in our housing. Okay, I'm gonna do this. There's a significant other, a partner, or someone in your life. They're like a soulmate, and cleave together. Support each other in this. Do not listen to any gossip, and this is a time of renewal. Okay, this is a time of renewal for you. All right, I see that it is going to happen. You are going to find another home. Okay, and I do see that your finances will get better. It's going to get rough before it gets better. Okay, always show gratitude. Show gratitude for what you have, and that you're able to keep food on the table, and to find nurturing and nourishing. And I believe that from what I'm seeing, that it will get better soon. I see. Well, there's about to be a time of renewal, and I don't think we know if there's another twin flame or another person that will come into our life, but the cards are saying that there is a renewal going to happen in your life, and they will support you. Whoever this person is will support you through what you're trying to do. How long ago, Pauline, has your partner been gone? I understand. I understand. I am very sorry for your loss. 2020 has been a really difficult time for people. People have lost monies, and families have become homeless. It's a really difficult time. And I do feel that this is going to get better. And I do feel that there's a renewal coming for you. Yes, you're about to have a renewal, Pauline. You're about to have a resurgence. Things are going to I see a home for you. Um I'm seeing, Spirit shows me a white picket fence. I am seeing I'm seeing the sun over the back of a house. I'm seeing a silhouette of a male and a female. Okay, and that would appear to me to be a renewal or someone entering your life. Oh, I'm sorry, Pauline. You're going through so much, honey. Yes, that is what I see. I see the house of your ideals. Keep keep visualizing that. You know, keep your eye open, keep your spirit open. I believe you'll have the home of your dreams. You're very welcome, Pauline. Let me know if you need anything. You can just send me a message and I can be in touch with you shortly. It usually takes me a couple of days before I can get on Zoom and to do another reading. People are getting in touch with me. A lot of them I don't know who they are, and they get in touch with me and ask for a reading. But it may take a couple of days till I can work you in, but we can do it. Just let me know. You'll be in my prayers, Pauline. Does anyone else want a reading? Beautiful place, Scotland, and congratulations for living in such a beautiful country. Take care of yourself, Pauline. Much love. Does anyone else want to, before we close for the evening, is there anyone else that wants a reading? Sure. We could do a chakra reading. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I've got several, these big books that go on the table in front of me. And I have several from Scotland because they're just so beautiful. I can get you both. Okay, so this is your root chakra. This is the sacral. This is the solar plexus. This is the heart, throat, third eye, and a crown chakra right here. So I'm going to go for Joe. You're all clear, Joe. Let me see what Spirit wants. Thank you, Pauline. Blessings. So wonderful to meet you. I felt you. Okay. Joe, what I have is in the mind is rejection, and that's a crown chakra. Okay. You basically, you know, on an integral level here, have been feeling rejected in some way, and it's closing your crown chakra. You know, it somehow is affecting your, you know, it's affecting the ability for the energy to activate. And you need to release it. Okay, sweetheart? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pauline. That would be wonderful. That's a wonderful thing to say. I love to, you know, I love to be the grandma, mom type. I love that. Thank you. But Joe, this is something you need to release. What would block it? You know, here it says some kind of rejection. Now, I don't know if that's who or what that means, okay? Because it is the crown chakra that I'm looking at here. But Spirit tells you to release some past baggage, okay? Something you need to work for so that you can go on. It's something... It could, you know, if you look at this picture, okay, you see this picture here? It shows the spirits around. It could be a past lifetime. It could be, you know, we just did one that talked about, described, which I found very fascinating, you know, but it could be a past life. Be careful, you know, in your root chakra, be careful you don't become complacent. You become feeling too secure and you don't do the things that you need to do to work forward and to do what Spirit needs you to do, you know, because we're all working towards ascension and enlightenment. I'm going to ask for a little bit more information. Service. Okay, this has helped a little bit. Let's see. Let me show you here. So it shows you, have you been wanting to do volunteer work in some way to give more? Which, you know. Sure, Kathy, we can do that. We can do that, sweetheart. Okay, so here we are, okay? And what I have here is service. And that's been on your mind a lot, which will help, you know, everything we do, you know, the giving, the selfless service, you know, think of Hanuman, okay? All these things bring forth, you know, and help us, you know, ascend. Okay? So here is service, Joe. Impatience. You have something, you know, a lot of times you're impatient, things that you want to say or things that aren't being said, and there is a sense of impatience. Things will be said when they need to be said. Feel free from the need or the worry that words are not being spoken that you need to speak. Okay? You feel like you're stagnated in growth in your spiritual work. I don't believe that's true. I mean, knowing you, I think that is a self self-bad talk, okay? But I think that it's a I think that you feel that you're not getting anywhere, but you are, you know, you feel like there's no growth, okay, but you really are. And because you don't think anything's happening, you can be complacent, or you sit back and you don't do anything because you don't feel like it's working. You know, you're saying, you know, part of you goes, I'm not going to get anywhere. I'm not getting anywhere. You're really hard on yourself. You're really hard on yourself. But Spirit says that you need to look need to look in, or maybe you need to do past line work. You need to look at past trauma, not only in the other lifetimes, but in this lifetime, and to get rid of that baggage, a feeling of rejection of people around you. You feel rejection. Is that resonating with you, Joe? I also feel that when you're upset, you just give up on yourself. Okay, sweetheart. Who's next? Who was it? It was Luna. Luna, did you want a chakra reading, sweetie? I have a little bit of lag if I'm slow in answering. I'm going to read Luna's. Okay. Your sacral is inactive, not completely blocked, but it is inactive. And I feel that your throat chakra is as you're worried about things, but you feel like no one's hearing you, no one's listening, no one understands the depth of the worry that you have right now. Okay, the sacral is a, we know that that's beneath the navel, about 2 inches below. You feel cut off. You feel cut off from yourself. Okay, let's. Okay. You have an isolation in the reverse. It feels like you feel cut off. You feel isolated from others. You feel different from others. Like you stand apart from them. You feel like even in a room full of people that you're the one that's different. That 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 you don't know how to voice that to people. Will they even listen? Everything feels fake to you sometimes, like a facade. And they seem to, half the time they feel so enlightened, but you wonder, you're like it's hard for you to feel it, and you wonder if the enlightenment is a facade. You worry that people are complacent, that they don't see you, that they don't see that you feel like sometimes like part of you is, when I say floundering, but and everyone around you doesn't notice. There's a tragedy in your life that you haven't been able to resolve. You can't go backwards, you can't go forward, you don't have closure. So you can't experience forgiveness when you haven't been able to find a way to get in touch with the issue. It keeps you from what you feel is growth. I'm asking for clarity. Spirit says that there is going to be a new you. There will be a rebirthing. There's a time ahead of you that is joy. And even though right now you feel so separated sometimes, there is a miracle there. You will feel the joy and the blessing of Spirit come through you. And everything will be enlightened to you. The doors will be open. The portals to this joy will swing wide open for you. Do you want me to pull a lifetime card on that, Luna? Okay, so ironically enough, these are some of the discussions we've had lately. Okay, the Native Americans are in touch with how the earth used to be, how animal husbandry used to work, how the forest and to help keep balance. All right, you got leaving or travel. Okay, I feel like this is a spiritual journey, okay? And farm. If you remember, recently we had discussions about the earth right now and how it was how the tremendous amount of animal husbandry was creating a negative effect on the earth at this time. Does that sound right? Because this is what I've got. But you're on the right path. You're going forward. You got the Hierophant. And remember what the Hierophant is? He's a teacher, okay? He's a mentor, he's a teacher, and it's about learning and going forward and doing something, even if it's within you. Yes, yes, I understand that. Okay, so here we are, okay? We can see the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a teacher. You're learning at a fast rate right now, and you're whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because you're right now you're balancing and you're pushing out. It's difficult for you to be part of a circle right now and to be integrated into what everyone else is saying. You're kind of going out on your own and reaching out and listening. You're doing, a lot of listening. And that is seen here in the Hierophant. But that is Spirit telling you to keep doing what you're doing. Okay? It's not good to set yourself apart at all times, because everyone needs to feel like they're a part of the collective. Okay? So understand that there's two sides of that coin. If you go too far, okay, then you start getting the hermit. Okay? All right? And that can be fear-based. But the Hierophant tells us to keep going forward. There you go. That's what it's saying. Kathy, you're next. Hi, Liddell. Okay. I know the Thoth deck is a favorite of yours. Is it all right if we use that deck? You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm just holding them over the incense. This is what covers you, and this is what crosses you. This is the basis of the situation, and this is you at this moment. This is the past, the signifier. That is the near future. What covers you is a sense of imbalance. What crosses you is sorrow. This is what covers. This is what crosses. Sorrow is pointing at the Hermit. And the head of the card is towards the signifier. And the signifier is you. It seems is that everything that you keep wanting keeps going out of reach. That everything that you plan and that everything that means something to you, there's always a hurdle. There's always something that stands in the way. Art is in reverse. That's the alchemy card. You've tried everything. You've tried every way that you know possible to put together the right elements, and there's no reaction. There's always something that's slightly off. In the distant past, this is you. There's a sense of loneliness. There's a sense of searching. In the near future, there will be a time of looking within, looking without, and looking behind. A time of introspection, a time of settling in on oneself. A time of pulling within and sitting back. Okay, I also feel that there are times when you feel like you need to be, and I don't mean a long term alone, but not indefinitely, but alone in a way so that there's not so much noise or something that's keeping you from thinking of the right method. You feel like you're not having the ability, or there's always something, some kind of noise, mental noise, something keeping you from meeting this challenge. And I'm really feeling there's a challenge here. Okay, this is you. Okay, this is you in the Celtic cross. It is disappointment. Okay, you're disappointed about something. Something that isn't turning to be what you want or how you felt. It's not about how you felt. You know what you felt. But there's a sadness, a disappointment. You feel others have things that you haven't obtained yet. Others have some kind of control over their life, and you feel differently right now. Okay. This is the negative of the situation. It is death. Okay? Something is being completed before it can be started. But the outcome, it will be the Queen of Swords. You'll be able to speak your piece. You'll be able to say what you think. There will be clarity. Clarity will come through this card, the Hermit. The Hermit will resolve the sorrow. This is going to happen soon. That is swiftness. That is the alchemy that you need. Through the death of one thing, it becomes something bigger, something better. I don't know if the Queen of Swords cutting the mask off is a person, a situation. But I sense a frustration. I sense a frustration. You're having to adjust for something that you didn't know was there. You didn't know was a problem. I'm going to ask for clarity. Is that okay with you, Kathy? Is it all right if I ask for clarity? More cards? We'll take them all if they want to come out. You're missing someone, your soul family. You're missing your soul family. You see them in your mind, you see them, and you're able to visualize them, but they seem more and more distant all the time. It's soulmate. It's a soulmate. It's a soul mating. You're very sensitive to this person. You're very sensitive to this being. You're very sensitive to their emotions. You can feel them. And you know that you're the only one that knows the soul name. You know the soul name. Okay, I'm going to do... Okay, Kathy. Okay, we've got Egypt. This is past life, okay? We've got Egypt, imprisonment or slavery, and Native American. Okay? I don't think between you and I that there needs to be much saying what that is. It's Egypt, okay? This is imprisonment or slavery, and Native American. Yeah. I'm sure that while I was dealing those cards, you saw me look up and go, oh, yeah. So, yeah. And that's what we pulled. Let me get it up here closer. Okay. There's Egypt. Imprisonment or slavery. And Native American. Okay. I'm going to ask The Chariot. The only way to move forward, the only way to move forward, this was in reverse, that's the Chariot, is to deal with these issues. And then everything else will fall in place. I don't know if that helps you. Does that help you, Kathy? I think that you either have to talk to them or meditate on it or go back into those lifetimes. We could do spreads for that and go back in those lifetimes and ask more information. Okay? I don't know. A lot of things are ancient history. Like recently, I had to resolve issues that I had, baggage and things that triggered me, and I resolved it, and I found freedom through it. Okay, and what I mean by freedom is that spiritually, I feel a spiritual explosion inside, you know, and it's changed how I eat, how I look at myself, how I care for myself, how I care about my family. Sure. The past baggage and the past is, the past can be, you know, even as children, we have trauma and things that happen to us, past lives. You know, I've had some whoppers, some dreams, some past lives that I knew that I couldn't have made up in my head. You know, I'm not that with it. So, you know, this stuff can happen. You bet, Eureka. Okay, no worries. How are you, Deladell? What are you up to? Lydell will be my last reading of the night if no one else is coming forward. It's wonderful to see you again, Lydell. How can I help you? What would you like to know? Let me know if you need anything, Kathy. You're welcome. Do you mean in your career or job situation? Budget cuts? Sure. Let me see. I can see the worry here. Some good news. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is what covers you. And that is, you know, swords are about communication. And right now you're not feeling that they're letting you know, or the company or whoever you work, exactly what is going on. You feel like that information is cut off from you. All right? And you've noticed that other people around you, they feel, okay, you feel that other people around you are less, and I want to say worthy, but less, you know, adequate at doing the job. But it feels like that maybe you are on the chopping block. You feel that you have all the tools and everything that you need. You know your job. You know, oops. You know that you're the best person for the job. This signifies the worry. It's the Ace of Disc in reverse, which is an Earth card, and it has to do with prosperity and health. And this is a sign of your worry and not knowing what could happen. The near future has victory. So if you keep show your gratitude. Don't worry every moment, because when you worry, you manifest the worry. All right? This is you. It shows satiety. You will be satisfied in the future. You're telling me to tell you not to fear. Others around you. I believe that those in the, you know, the hierarchy, in the higher part of the company, CEOs or other people that are supervisors, that they see that you're a really good employee, that you're doing your best. I don't see them wanting you to go. You're too valuable. But be aware that they're thinking of furloughs and that type of thing. They want to keep their good employees with them, but they don't know how to do it. I feel that part of this is an issue with and its works. These are the things that are in the works at the moment. Okay? The biggest problem right now is the limbo. There's a sense of limbo here, of not knowing. And here's the Ace of Swords, which is, this is communication. You're not getting the communication you know. Okay, you want them to step forward and give you a definitive answer so that you know whether or not you need to be looking for another job. But I'm seeing victory. I'm seeing that they don't want to do that because you know the job. Is that making sense? You know, they know that you know the job. They don't want you to go. They're trying to figure out how to furlough some people, how to get other people, and to keep the ones there at the desk, there at the business. Those people, they want them to be hanging on. I don't even think they want to furlough you. They want to keep you on the front lines, if that makes sense. I'm going to ask for more clarity. Okay. I've got opposition in a reverse. Another person that maybe you felt that this other person would be able to stay on and you wouldn't, or this other person wasn't doing their job, or this other person is always off and it feels like they're getting their own way, or they're always, I'm going to be really blunt here, closer to the supervisors or closer to someone, but that opposition is going to be gone. This was in reverse, opposition in reverse, because the people that you work for see you. They see the hard work. They see that you're doing what you have to do to get the job done. I've got science. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Show them that you're a team player. Show them that you're not going to listen to, everybody going around the office and they're all, talking about, everyone's afraid. I think everyone's afraid there. Okay. Which is good, because I have science that is straight up, keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Show them that you are a team player. Show them that you're willing, that you're going to smile through it all. You're going to be good for business. You're going to keep your chin up. You're going to show them, the energy that even when things are really tough, that you have the energy that is needed to keep that business functioning. Because if everyone is in a funk, okay, then basically people start not getting work done, okay? And you know what you're doing. I don't see, I know that I feel like they're thinking about furloughs, but it doesn't feel like they want that for you. Okay? Remember to manifest what you desire. Okay? And spirit will help you. Okay? The only thing I see are furloughs, and I don't know, is the company having a problem because of COVID, or is it just basically bad management? Is something happening that would be causing them to need to do budget cuts? Okay. Keep your chin up. Visualize it. It's yours, okay? Because what you put out there is what you're going to receive. Be grateful for everything that happens, because spirit runs on gratitude. Okay, that frequency that keeps it's just a higher frequency, and the more we put that out there, that is what is manifested. And it's wonderful to see you again, Lydell. It's really wonderful to see you. And while everybody else is like talking and gossiping about what's going to happen in the company and that type of thing, don't be included in that. Okay? Be the one who sits there and, it's our company, we can do this, because that shows you're a team player, and those are the people that succeed. Okay, sweetheart? Oh, okay. Well, I think you're too valuable for them to want to cut you. Okay, you have the ability to do the job. Okay, this represents you, and these are all of your talents. If you look at this card and all these things around here, these are your talents. Okay, it is telling me that you have the information and you have the knowledge that they need for that job to succeed. They're not going to want to let you go. Okay. You're welcome. Come to me if you need me to pull you some cards anytime, okay, Lydell? Do we have anyone else that needs a cards pulled or a reading? It was nice to see you, Lydell. Much love, sweetheart. You're very welcome. You're welcome. Does anybody else need anything? Do they need a reading anywhere? Oh, you're very welcome, Eureka. Love you guys. You're very welcome, sweetheart. Let's keep doing that beautiful smile and be positive. So if no one else has anything that they need to do, okay, or need to know, I am going to sign off, okay? Be careful out there. Love you much, okay? Love you much, my loves. And be positive. Take care of yourself. Protect yourself, okay? Always be manifesting, you know, see in your mind what you want for the world and what you want for yourself, okay? Meditate a lot. Meditate a lot. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. On another note, I want you to know, I recently changed how I was eating from keto to vegan, okay? And I want you to know, with vegan, you're hungrier. But, you know, I haven't had any trouble with portions. My son sent me this weight, and it's absolutely phenomenal, and I use it, and it works. But when I went to the doctor, because it was blood pressure check time, and I had a toe problem, but I had lost some weight, okay, and I lost 6 pounds, almost 6 pounds. Maybe it was like 5 pounds and 14 ounces or something like that. But the thing that is really interesting about eating this way is how much less pain I have in my joints and muscles. Interesting, right? I realize that I'm having a lot less pain when I'm sitting or in my knees and things that usually keep me kind of almost, you know, like, oh my gosh, it's going to take me a while to get moving. And I haven't had to take a lot of pain medication like Advil or anything. So just a little heads up. Vegan seems to be working really well, and I have lost some weight on it. And I'll keep you guys tuned in, okay? And I want you all to take care of yourself. I want you all to take care of yourself because I love you. You know, when I spoke to the nutritionist, it happened in about 6 days. And, you know, during that time, you know, I don't know if they're just changing the way I was eating, you know, how it kind of nudged it and it said, oh, I'm going to eat a different way and I lost water weight or whatever. I really don't know. But I do know that I have less aches and pains, okay? And I feel good. I feel good. You know, you have to be really careful to, you know, watch your portions, you know, carbs and that type of thing. You have to be really careful what you're eating. But it does feel good. It does. I do feel like I'm getting somewhere. So, love you. Yes, inflammation hurts very bad, you know, and I was like, okay, everything's hurting and I'm really slow. And so it does. It is helping with the inflammation. You know, I felt when I got up this morning and I was like, wow, you know, I feel better. And I was walking around a little bit more brisk, and that was good. That was good. But just a heads up, that's what's going on with me. And I love you guys, okay? Love in the chaos, and have an absolutely wonderful night. And I'll talk to you again soon. Okay? I'm going to get up and turn my button off.